Okay, what do we got? We're on the play and we have a lifelinker on... Well, no, we're apparently on the draw, actually. But we have a lifelinker on 2. That's the good part. Soldiers of the Watch is incredibly good against Steadfast Paladin. That's not fair. Alright, I basically just want to draw lands. Because if we make it to 8 mana, we win. Rendering videos? No, not at the same time as streaming. Very well, opponent. You may play your Soldiers of the Watch if you want. Do I want to trade with this? I don't really want to trade with that. I'm probably supposed to trade with that, which means I should have attacked before playing my thing, see if they play around a combat trick. That was poorly done. Oh my goodness, the fan turned on. That's so nice of it. I don't know why it finally waited until now, but that's so... Feels so good. 20? 20? 20? No? Oh, okay. That's a very good sign that my opponent didn't have anything to do on all of that mana. Two force so good against that. So do I play the Pilgrim's Eye or activate Gate? I don't think having a 3/1 is meaningful here. So I think I just activate Gate. Okay, Karlach's horrifying. Wow, my opponent really is just getting completely stonewalled by my everything, huh? I'll take it. So Ascend from Avernus actually is pretty decent here if the opponent winds up just like trading off with my entire board. Would be cool. No! Put it in my graveyard, opponent. That's so mean. Is it a flavor fail that Ascend from Avernus can't bring you a creature out of exile? How much do we got in the graveyard? Just one? Opponent, did you really have to play, like, all of the removal that doesn't put my stuff in the graveyard? Oh. So close. So close. No, opponent, kill my things. Rude. Alright. Well, I guess if we don't die this turn, I get to resolve Verdant Rejuvenation, and I think that's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, I kind of read what this did, but let's find out. Oh, I don't get to choose because it's Seek. Okay, well that's less good than I thought it was. Darn. Oh, I see. So my opponent's kind of hurting on mana. I dig it. I don't know how to answer the Devoted Paladin is a little bit of a problem. I guess we hang back and then attack next turn? Okay, well, this is going well, I think. Should we re-answer Devoted Paladin and then attack with everybody else? Karlach's still kind of annoying. I mean, I feel like I should attack from everything and then just set up a giant Ascend from Avernus. We're getting a lot of life. That bit's cool. No, come on, opponent. Kill my hill giant. You can do it. I believe in you. No, come on, kill it. Kill it, though. No? We don't want to kill the hill giant? We want to just take 7? You sure? Okay. Fine. Removal? That'd be cool, I guess. No? okay. I'm not really playing, like, optimally in any sense here. That's not really the current objective, to be honest. I kind of just want to kill off my board so I can play the biggest Ascend from Avernus possible. Okay. I want to kill the Karlach. I do not want to give the opponent the ability to... what's the word? Bring that back from the graveyard and, like, kill me in one shot. Oh, yes. Kill the hill giant. Kill the hill giant. Oh, thank you, opponent. Okay, let's go with 6 mana. Bring my entire graveyard back. Gain more life. See, opponent, we have fun. Alright, so we're on the draw. I believe being on the draw means that I want to test out Squadron Hawk. Or Scouting Hawk, I guess, is actually what that card's name is. So let's go with Cut the Lantern of Revealing, I guess? Hypothetically, this might be better than Pilgrim's Eye. It won't be, but hypothetically. Oh, no, you know what? Follow the Tracks is what we have to cut. I don't play Follow the Tracks at the same time as Scouting Hawk. That's like a ramp spell that works the opposite of a ramp spell. In fact, I would actually prefer Lantern of Revealing because it's something that I can play on 3 that doesn't invalidate Scouting Hawk. Technically Jade Orb, too. Guess let's play Icewind Stalwart. It might be good. I like Blink's Prosperous Innkeeper, too. Do you know how Moon Druid works with Humiliation for 2? Oh, with Patriarch's Humiliation? How does that work? I would assume that it doesn't kill Circle of the Moon Druid. I would assume Patriarch's Humiliation just permanently turns it into a 2/4. Yeah, I'm thinking 2/4 with 2 damage. This is a lot of shoulder pads getting synced in on this screen, isn't it? Alright, we've got our Scouting Hawk. We're living the dream. In fact, we actually get to play the turn 3 Scouting Hawk? Would you look at that? We're gonna have a tough time figuring out how to blink the Scouting Hawk, though. It would be a dead druid? Really? How come? How are we doing this? This discard kind of sucks. I don't like it. Please make a land drop this turn, opponent. Please make a land drop this turn, opponent. Thank you. Scouting Hawk's kind of getting value. I mean, the fact that I had to not play a land drop to enable that kind of is not, like, the best, but still netted a total ramp spell. Ooh, 4/4 flyer. I'm extremely scared. Oh no. Anyway, hopefully this gets some cool cards. Yeah, it was fine, I guess. Could have been better. Can we talk with everybody? Nah. Making a creature lose an ability that starts applying before the ability's layer does nothing. Ah. Cool. Okay, so how does this board stall get resolved? Oh. Soldier, Noble, Ranger. Knight, Ranger, Thopter, Soldier, Bird, Warrior, Druid, Druid. Okay. So we successfully get to keep a warrior off of this board state at some point. I guess that's something. Oh, and a Ranger Squadron can go back to hand. That actually is moderately useful. Should I attack with Ranger Squadron then? I can probably attack with Ranger Squadron next turn and avoid damage this turn. Meteor Golem. Please don't kill my Icewind Stalwart. Please don't kill my Icewind Stalwart. They're going to kill my Ranger Squadron, which is mean, but okay. Okay, so I take 10 damage. Well, no. I jump block, because I got a board wipe. So of course I jump block. Oh, I get the soldiers to watch back into my hand too. That's kind of neat. Don't worry, opponent. This attack isn't weird or suspicious in the slightest. Okay. Well, somehow despite playing, like, multiple giant haymakers, the result is... sure. A small, possibly not even an advantage to me, because they have a lantern. I guess I have successfully filtered my deck slightly more? Oh, not even, actually, because I seeked a bunch of non-creature... I seeked a bunch of creature cards out of it. So I actually kind of thinned it. Well, we'll draw Ascent to Avernus eventually. Wow, that is a second Ranger Squadron. Okay, that's a significant problem. I mean, I guess I can just remove the double team. Hill Giant's a good top deck. We like Hill Giant. Okay, well, we're going to remove your double team so you don't get another 3/4. Oh, and remove flying. That bit's really good. I didn't think about that. Okay. Ugh. Jump blockers. Gross. Ugh. Good cards. Gross. Okay, well, I guess we're swinging with the 7/6, hoping they double block and that I get to blow them out with Blessed Hippogriff? Cool. And now we make our Hill Giant flying. These top decks work for me. Now let's see. I guess we're just going to take things slowly. The good news is, by my count, we have 2 turbo bombs left in the deck, one being a 7/7 dragon and the other being reanimate our entire graveyard. So we're not going to hit the situation where our really cool bomb is on the very bottom card of our deck, because worst case scenario, one of them is second from the bottom, which gives us a good chance to win the game before we deck. Yeah, there goes my Hippogriff. Opponent can throw their entire board in front of my Hill Giant. And then still wind up in trouble, I guess. I could attack with Soldiers of the Watch. What happens if they block with a 3-4? And they're just chumping the Hill Giant? I think that doesn't really favor me. I think I'm supposed to bait them into trying to triple block the Hill Giant. I don't use an overlay for limited decks. Do you mean on the stream? Is the overlay not working currently? I feel like it should be. Or do you mean me personally? Alright, cool. Let's kill that priest. Whee! Alright. That was shockingly kind of even on board state for how that game progressed early on. Okay, overlay is working. Sweet. I'm going to go with siding in the birds felt like it worked. I guess it also kind of synergized with the Ascend to Avernus. Although, if instead of the bird we had played the Seek a Gate, not even Seek a Gate, Conjure a Gate into play, we would have had one less chump blocker, so we would have taken more damage from their flying turn. But our life total was high enough that really wasn't super relevant in the end. We would have had an additional piece of card draw, which actually would have been kind of valuable, but we wouldn't have been able to flicker it. But I could have flickered a Prosperous Innkeeper, or I don't know. It's kind of close. Alright, we will take the play. We will keep the hand that has... Whoa, that's annoying. I kind of hate that. Alright, but we got ramp spells. That's good. I kind of don't want to Prosperous Innkeeper on 2 into Follow the Tracks on 3, even if I miss a land drop. So I think I'm just supposed to play the more aggressive card to begin with. Oh dear. Minthara is a problem. Alright, we'll make that come in tapped. It's 3 cards that aren't lands or creatures, huh? Yeah. Immediately top decking a non-land when we have an 8-drop we want to get to is awkward. Okay, well, that dies. I am not saving it with the Blessed Hippogriff. Ah, still no lands, huh? Alright, I kind of have to follow the tracks at this point. Which of these is better? I'm going to assume that the green gate is better. But that could be close. There's Minthara. That's a problem. Still no lands. That's also a problem. You can mute the opponent to send the pets to sleep. It's specifically the ones that fly in over your hand and through the middle of the screen at the beginning of the game that are the most inconvenient. Okay, so we are still falling deeply, 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 deeply far behind. Okay. Well, I guess we're playing Blessed Hippogriff because I need a blocker to avoid taking extra damage. My opponent's lacking black sources. I can kind of call that good for me. Yeah, alright. So much for preventing damage. Oh dear. Sure, we'll just draw every ramp spell in the deck instead of the lands. That's kind of like drawing lands, right? What happens if you remove the text from Rasad? Does the creature just stay in exile permanently and never come back then? I don't think so, because I think it's the original effect that creates the delayed effect. So I think the creature does come back. I think if I did it and didn't kill the Rasad, the creature would still stay exiled, but would still come back when the Rasad dies. I really need to draw a land here that's untapped. Good work, Tech. Good work, good work. That's very solid. Okay, now we just need the opponent to not have removal spells. Too much to ask for? I wonder if I should have played the Ranger Squadron to play around the destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. That's an option. Oh, wait, why do they not... Oh, they have another removal spell? Okay. That's cool, I guess. Okay, so... I was going to say if we draw a land drop, there's a chance, but it has to be an untapped land. Actually, it had to be an untapped white land. No, that still wasn't good enough, was it? Nope. Okay. Well, we got surprisingly close, but we definitely needed to actually draw lands for that to go better. Do we play anything different on the play? I don't think so. Alright, well, let's try the play. This is better. This is considerably better. This actually has some lands to go with our ramp spells. Single black. Plus on power and indestructible. If we hit an untapped land, there's a really good shot here. We can just start playing Hill Giants. Three power Death Toucher, kind of scary. There's the untapped land. All right, Hill Giant. So now the opponent just starts chucking removal spells at Hill Giants, I'm thinking. Yep. Alright, well, let's just keep drawing lands then, and hope the opponent has run out of answers to Hill Giants, because I need that in play for the Verdant Restoration. No such luck. Alright, I think we play the Circle of the Moon Druid so I can actually develop the Lantern. I don't know whether that's correct, but it gives me the opportunity to curve Hill Giant into Verdant Restoration with only a single opening. And they're still kind of forced to play a removal spell? No? Okay. Yeah, they get to pump the Minthara. Yeah, that's a problem, but whatever. Huh. Pilgrim's Eye, you're so tempting. I get to play Pilgrim's Eye and activate Gate, but Gate can't get a land. Pilgrim's Eye blocks the Guildsworn. That's no good, though. I don't think that I'm supposed to try to set up Verdant for 3. I think I'm supposed to take the gamble on setting up Verdant for 6. Yeah, the Minthara jiggle animation is like my favorite thing that they've added to the game in a very long time. Okay. Kinda need to draw more expensive cards. That works. Now, should I just activate a gate instead of playing the Sylvan Shepherd. Attempting to get a larger creature before we fire off this Verdant Rejuvenation. I do not believe that is the correct thing to do. Only 3 is really a bummer, though. I guess we'll just have to high roll. In the meantime, we have to beat Minthara, who is still, for some reason, an uncommon, despite being, like, completely absurd. Okay. Well, that's a problem. My opponent decides to take time off to answer my ability to have 8 mana, apparently. Is what we're doing here? Sure. Okay. What, am I being too obvious about needing to get up to 8 mana? I feel like on 6 mana, they're pretty likely to have something more efficient than that, but I guess. I mean, at the bare minimum, shouldn't they blow up like the Pilgrim's Eye, since it represents a blocker? You a cleric? You're a cleric. That's gross. Alright, opponent. We have a removal spell for the Pilgrim's Eye? No? Alright. That could have been worse. Could have been better. It could have been way worse, honestly. Really? Okay, opponent. I presume we have an indestructible spell to save the Minthara, then? We have 2 We have a second Minthara? We have a second Minthara. Sure. Okay. So what I'm hoping this plays out as is they swing, I get to double block the Minthara, block the Steadfast Paladin. And then board wipe after they put a 7-drop into play? Nope. Or they just have more removal spells. Okay. So I still can't answer that Minthara. And then we don't play anything. Oh, I forgot to Seek. That was awful. Oh, wait, no, I didn't have enough mana to? Oh, okay. Well, not terribly hurt then. Alright, we successfully seeked a land. Goody. Okay, so currently casting a board wipe kills me, so that's not on the table. Okay, that's reasonable. That results in me only taking 4 damage, which puts me at 3. Okay. So they get to replay that. So even if I play the board wipe, I still die. I could draw another Patriarch's Humiliation and not be dead now? Oh, okay. Jump blocker works. This is a little silly. Okay. Okay. So the board wipe looked like complete, immense hot garbage. Let them get drider value? We can't. We'll die before it triggers. Yeah, that board wipe was not good. Also, our 8-drop was not particularly good. But I guess that is mostly because they had answers to 2 hill giants, while also presenting an extremely fast clock. Which might be more on the opponent's deck, having been, like, absurd and outside the norm, more than our deck not inherently functioning? Unsure. Alright, take the play. Keep the hand. We'll draw green mana eventually or something, I think. We have a lot of mana fixing, I think. And we finally found our ancient bronze dragon, so that's exciting. Okay, Blessed Hippogriff isn't embarrassing. Isn't mana fixing mainly green? A fair amount of our mana fixing is actually colorless. Curiously enough. This sucks. I can't actually let them connect with the Horde Robber, so I have to attack, but that means that I'm not gaining life, which also sucks. Deeply saddened. Priest? No. There's no way this actually works. But also, I don't know. Why not? Yeah, okay. I knew that didn't work, but I needed to find out. Ah, goody. Our useless board wipe. Our opponent already has a creature in play that does not get blown up by our useless board wipe. Luckily, we killed the other creature that does not get blown up by our useless board wipe. This is like... Oh, cool. More creatures that don't get blown up by our useless board wipe. Wow, this card sucks. Okay, can't do anything. Guess we'll attack. No, can't really do that. Okay, guess we'll just play the Hippogriff so that I can start attacking. And this also means that I can block the Horde Robber at least. Yeah, they tap down the Paladin. We block the Horde Robber. They play Hook Horror instead of the Disciples, which feels like just a worse card. But okay, cool. Okay, well. I guess I'm gonna start gaining life. Play the Innkeeper, try to set up for a dragon. Is our board wipe useless? Yes. It is a board wipe that kills none of my opponent's creatures and all of mine. Which is mostly useless. It does not... I mean, I guess it strictly kills the Hook Horror by a definition of that. In that it dies before coming back. Alright, so do we want to bet the opponent doesn't have any removal at all? we're kind of going pretty hard on betting the opponent doesn't have any removal at all. I'm going to just bet the opponent doesn't have any removal at all, because none of my other bets actually work anyway. Unfortunately, the opponent had literally any removal at all. Oh, wow, my cards are deeply useless. Okay, so we're down to 7. Oh, cool, that's a good card. Yeah. Well, the good news is our board wipe now kills 3 of our opponent's permanents. So, like, that is kind of nice, at least. Oh, dear. Okay, so how do we do this in a way that results in me still being alive? Ah, they found the line. They blocked the life linker. So that's a lot of damage, and that's a lot of damage. And that leaves us taking an almost acceptable amount of damage. Alright, we'll call this acceptable. So when the opponent plays the other disciples, because they can only save one cleric, they won't be able to save that cleric. I really needed them to play the Ranger Squadron. Oh, that's also another cleric that doesn't get saved. Sweet! Okay, so we get to swing with both of our things. I really needed to roll a 20 there. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, our mostly useless board wipe goes off and leaves the opponent 2 creatures. Huh. To get the Bonecaller Cleric? Instead of the thing that taps things down? Okay. I mean, I guess this results in them having 2 3/4s, which is kind of an issue. How many flyers do I have in my graveyard? Just the one. Well, land doesn't do it. Okay, well, that board wipe was truly heinous. Oh gosh, I do not like this card. Yuck. Dear me, dear me, dear me. Well, I can't really cut it. Why aren't we playing Minimus? We probably should be. I didn't know how to fit it. I was trying to play more creatures as much as possible, and the nature of our curve also meant we had to play a lot of ramp. I could be playing it instead of Patriarch's Humiliation, but I don't know if that's correct. Can you exchange basic lands in sideboarding? Yeah, you can. You can switch into an entirely different deck with entirely different colors and sealed. I don't know if playing Scaled Nurture just because it can block Shambling Ghast is right here. Tollkeeper doesn't line up well against Shambling Ghast, but... I mean, mana ramp early on doesn't hurt. I just don't have a lot of uses for 4 mana. Prowler. Okay, well that's very worth humiliating. So I think that I have succeeded. Okay, Stick Together. You are absolutely the card I definitely super wanted to see. Delightful. Oh my. I wonder if I'm supposed to block the Guildsworn Prowler with the Pilgrim's Eye and let them draw a card? Save my humiliation for something that might be more threatening than it? Or something that's less answerable by Pilgrim's Eye? Yeah, probably. Probably. I think that actually sort of tracks. I mean, their 2-drop drew a card, my 3-drop drew a card. It's not too far off an equivalent exchange. Oh yeah, that is a thing that I would very much rather kill. And hey, my Stick Together doesn't even kill it. How surprising. So they have a 1-mana instant here. Which means they could Humiliation my Keeper. Cool. All of those are deeply annoying. So mostly they have an indestructibility spell. I don't want to give them an opportunity to use that now. I can give them an opportunity to use it later. As for what comes into play tapped, I guess. That Chain Devil is going to be a serious problem when they find more mana. I might have to Humiliation the Shambling Gas just to deny them the value from it. Would Humiliation make the 2/2 lose indestructible? Oh, you're right, it would, wouldn't it? Interesting. Alright. So I should have actually done that in the hopes that they would waste the protection spell, I guess. Okay, this is another creature that my card does not kill, so that's concerning. Currently when they hit a land drop, their Chain Devil is a board wipe. I don't really know how to fix that. Guess I just want to make this block. Stops them from playing a 4-drop if they had a land. Yeah. But they decide just not to protect their 2/1, which is probably the correct choice. That's a cleric. Okay, well, we're set up on land drops for the rest of the game. Don't get to block. That's more lands. Okay. Yeah, still don't get to block. Okay, well, that dies to Stick Together. That's something. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I kind of just have to do it this turn. I don't really have an alternative. I mean, this is almost okay. We're killing 3 things and only losing 2. Except these are kind of the same cards, so we're not actually... But we're slowing things down and giving us the chance to draw into Escape from Avernus, I guess. What went wrong with the sealed pool? So Stick Together turns out to actually suck. But also, like, we have drawn 9 lands and nothing expensive, which is kind of the downside of all ramp pools that play ramp cards. That can just happen. Okay. Alrighty. Would love to draw Escape from Avernus. Hill Giant to be, well, not actually good because they still have the Chain Devil. So Hill Giant would actually be kind of bad. Similarly, Ancient Bronze Dragon is amusingly awful. Okay, so that was basically heinous, and I hate that board wipe with a passion. Now, admittedly, if you had literally any creatures that the board wipe didn't kill, it would probably be better. It just so happens that literally none of our creatures are types that are allowed to be in parties, because druids and knights and soldiers and rangers are not appropriate D&D party members.